This was a trial in Toronto, Canada, in February 1985. And we were lucky to have two very important exterminationist people. The most important historian, his name is Raoul Hilberg, the man who wrote The Destruction of the European Jews. We had the number one. He was a witness for the accusation, of course. He was not our witness. And we had also a man called now Dr. Rudolf Verba, V-R-B-A. He teaches pharmacology in Vancouver. And he is the most important witness of the Holocaust, because this man is supposed to have been in Auschwitz, to have escaped in April 1944, and he is at the origin of the most important document, which is the WAB report, World Refugee Board report, published in Washington, D.C. in November 44, saying Auschwitz-Birkenau, guessings and all that, and giving figures, and this is the most important document. He was at the origin of it. So we had really the number one as a scholar and number one as a witness. So what happened? First of all, Raoul Hilberg. He was born in Vienna, is a Jew, he belongs to the Holocaust Memorial Council by appointment of President Carter. He is member of the Jewish Studies Association, etc., etc. And this man is a kind of professional witness, scholar witness. And he comes without any paper, nothing, and is very sure of himself. But you see, he suffered something absolutely terrible in his life in Toronto. Because I said to our defense lawyer, Doug Christie, remember this name, Christie, C-H-R-I-S-T-E-I-E. And remember also, please, we must tell some names. Kelty Zubko, Z-U-B-K-O. She helped very much Doug Christie and ourselves. She did a splendid work in Toronto. So I said to Christie, this man, Hilberg, described himself as an empiricist looking at the materials. It seems to mean that he is matter of fact. So I said, we are going to ask him a little question, very simple. Now, Dr. Hilberg, said Christie, you have written a big fat book. You published it in 1961. There were many editions from 61 to 85. We are going to give you a list of camps, and you are going to tell us if you visited this camp, when, how many times, and how long every time you went in this camp. So, number one, a camp, I don't remember which one. He said, no, I didn't visit it. Okay. Second one, no, I visited none. He had visited no camp, Raoul Hilberg, and he had written this book. And we wanted to know if he had seen gas chambers and so on. And he had to confess that he had written this book without going on the spot, which is absolutely essential. I think that everybody who would go on the spot in Mauthausen, in Struthof-Natzweiler, in Auschwitz I, in Birkenau, could see immediately the physical impossibilities. He didn't do that. But I even know revisionist people who do not do that. They should do that. Go and see, and show a photo, and that's all. So, he said, I have visited all the same 2 camps, Auschwitz and Treblinka, once, and we discovered that it was in 79. He stayed only 1 day, and we discovered that it was for a ceremony. I don't think that a ceremony is something like scientific research. It might be exactly the contrary. It was the contrary. Then he was asked many questions about the most important part of his book, the order to exterminate the Jews. Because he said in this book, in his 1961 edition, he said that there were 2 orders coming from Hitler: to go and fetch and kill the Jews on the spot, Einsatzgruppen, and then another one in order to bring the Jews into concentration camps and to kill them. And we asked him a very simple question: where are those 2 orders? And it was a fantastic blah blah. I didn't know that in English you said also blah blah. I learned that in Toronto. And I called him Mr. Blah Blah. It was fantastic. We have the transcript of it. And let me tell you that when he was asked this question, on page 828, we had to wait page 858, 30 pages. Little pages, I must say, but all the same, 30 pages, up till Hilberg agreed there is no proof. No proof.